The development of business and residential construction are intertwined. Both are in demand in Southern Oregon. Economic development and new housing has been lacking for the past 15 years. There is an emerging focus on locating high-tech industrial business parks and data centers in Southern Oregon. Southern Oregon is particularly well suited for the high-technology industry. The climate is milder than the rest of Oregon or Northern California. The geology is far more stable, and the surrounding scenic natural resources and recreational natural wonders are far removed from the overcrowded cities to the north and south. Much has been written about the growing demand for more data centers. The lack of available data resource real estate is having an impact on the entire internet industry. Even as the artificial intelligence industry is evolving from its infancy, the need for more places to handle the equipment required to expand the industry is becoming critical. Adding to this growing need for engineered space is the accessibility to renewable energy providers. Southern Oregon is well suited to take advantage of solar energy farms. This area of the country averages over 320 days of sunny weather, and land is relatively inexpensive. Other amenities such as a growing airport in Medford, mass transit, effective highways, and infrastructure improvements are being proposed and constructed to meet the forecasted growth. New housing is being built, and new communities are in planning stages. Many companies of all sizes are becoming aware of the need to properly manage and maintain their data farms. Power outages, air conditioning, proper housing, and security are all major issues. To build a 2-story data center capable of providing safe, secure, and spacious real estate for co-locating corporate internet services. Provide safe confines for corporations to have direct access to the internet with 7/24/365 clean energy that exceeds other data centers that rely on local grids for providing most of their electricity at the highest rates. Provide clean air systems to maximize component reliability and safety. Temperature controls to minimize excess heat and humidity, and adequate fire suppression systems to minimize any damage to valuable equipment. Use state-of-the-art security measures with biometrics limiting access. A 24-hour video monitoring system and bulletproof access, and 13-inch thick concrete walls. Indoor conference room for companies to hold meetings remotely. Break room for employees working on site, and other amenities. Data centers to be located on seismically stable geological platform, clear of flood zones and in mild-temperate zones in a mixed commercial residential locale with adequate law enforcement and emergency services. To provide multi-source access to the internet from different providers to best protect from DOS attacks, as designed for Fortune 500 companies.
Companies who have a presence on the internet need safe locations to connect directly to the web. They usually want multiple locations around the internet ring for redundancy. If one area fails on the ring, the other sites will pick up without hesitation. The multiple sites are in constant link with each other to make sure all sites have and share the same data internally. Emergency sites such as city services, police, fire, hospitals, and the like all need 24-hour availability on the internet so they can access their personnel reliably whenever and wherever they may be. Our solid-state precast structures are state-of-the-art construction that will withstand most weather-related disasters. The 13-inch outer walls will stop 50 caliber bullets, and the entryways are designed to do the same. The concrete walls are rated over 1300 degrees. The internal fire suppression systems will help to isolate any possible electrical fires that may break out. The current competition for data centers are few and far between. Data West in Medford is a fine facility for a small community data center, but completely inadequate for the clientele we are going to provide for. A single-story structure that is intended for small local businesses. It serves a purpose to provide adequate services for small businesses in the immediate area, complete with some microwave antennas and satellite feeds for backup services. The old cinder block construction is neither earthquake-resistant or adequate for fire prevention. It costs too much to maintain proper room temperature, and the facility itself is too small for a larger company to be able to consider to relocate to. Being on the local power grid with diesel backup generators is also inadequate for reliability for the state-of-the-art facilities today. There are still microfractures in the grid power lines, and emergency cutovers to backup generators can cause services to be dropped at crucial intervals on the web platforms. This means you must maintain 24-hour remote monitoring to ensure your logic devices are operational and that your web servers are providing the necessary services your customers depend on. A multi-story facility providing 8,400 to 50,000 square feet per floor of open operating space. The building can go from 2 to 8 stories depending on the current demand. These can be residential/commercial enterprises that allow employees to both live and work on-site as needed. To work with local and interstate agencies to help large corporations to relocate vulnerable data server farms to safer grounds away from flood zones and seismically active areas. To take advantage of the unique geographical area where abundant sun shines over 320 days a year, and iron force batteries will provide superior battery backup support and filtration to eliminate microfracturing static in the power supplied to all the logic equipment. To provide 50 to 150 full-time, good-paying jobs averaging $25 to $75 per hour or more. This will also include future housing in the immediate area along with further community planning. This is a clean, virtually pollution-free and quiet industry for the growing metropolitan area in Southern Oregon. Resilient Real Estate Investments LLC, RREI LLC, has several competitive advantages in the development process. First, we have the leading technology in modern building techniques that are disaster-proof, earthquake-proof, and even bulletproof. Second, we build exclusively out of precast concrete and steel and can meet faster build schedules. Third, our developer and builder, David Garcia, has over 30 years' experience building data centers for many Fortune 500 companies in the San Francisco Bay Area, Silicon Valley. These include Apple Computers, Sun Microsystems, Hewlett-Packard, Lam Research, Maxim Integrated Circuits, Vocaloca, and many more. Fourth, we have the sites. Southern Oregon is uniquely qualified to have this type of industry. It is well suited in terms of seismic activity, flood control, power availability, and cost of living. Fifth, RREI LLC has spent the last 10 years cultivating communications with the local planners and build agencies. These include Josephine and Jackson County Building and Safety Departments. The local communities recognize the need to bring in clean industries that are more sensitive to the environment and promote social causes that help to create a more cohesive society. Finally, Southern Oregon has an abundant amount of recreational and familial activities for employees to participate in. The climate boasts over 320 days of sunshine a year. The mountains and lakes and streams have some of the best fishing and boating areas in the world. We have the famous Shakespeare Festival, the Brit Concert Series, MT Ashland skiing, Grants Pass car days, horse racing in Grants Pass Fairgrounds, multiple music and entertainment venues, and a higher quality of life.